Welcome again to our session today. Right, you know my colleague who I'm always moving around is one of the fitter. I'm fitter than him, right? But he's a bit of a youngster, so I make him do a bit of job here and there. All right, today, remember last week we did a lot of conditioning that we're looking at, and I hope you gentlemen managed to watch the video by Mr. Trivela. Right, today we're going to watch another video, the basics of passing that Mr. Trivela have managed to do for us. So let's sit down and watch that video.
Hi everyone, welcome to the fourth video on passing basics. So far, just to recap quickly, first video we covered how to hold a ball basically for a spin pass and a push pass, the most two common passes probably in the game. We then looked at how to transfer the ball across your body, technically, what we're really looking for, and we then also focused on how to receive a ball, which I'm sure when you watched the video you saw how sort of valuable it is actually just getting your hands in the right place. What I'm going to do today for us quickly is just break the pass down. So I'm not going to show any drills of what to do, but I'm actually going to show you how many things make up a good passing action, an educated pass. You watch top level rugby, you see players can pass with both hands. It's not just that they can pass with both hands, it is also that they're accurate, the ball through the air, it's nice and flat, it's powerful, and that's what we're looking for. The end game is for our players to be able to pass like that. That's what we want to do. But to get there's a lot of things we've got to understand first. Once we understand it, we then have to understand how to actually practice. So when we look at the pass, there's a few things that make up the pass. One is fingertip control. Okay, so this is massive. You'll see a lot of youngsters, if they can spin pass off one hand, it'll generally be one hand only. And it's because if they are right-handed, their natural fingertip control will be developed and they'll be quite comfortable. You try and get them to go off the other hand, it's not there. Okay, so fingertip control, first thing, very crucial. Wrist action, you generate a lot of power from your wrist and a lot of control and accuracy from your wrist with your other hand when you're passing. So the wrist is very, very important. Forearm, again, you generate nice power. So from your forearm, as you're getting older, when you're training, as you're passing through to your target, that forearm sort of rotates and it flicks your wrist and it generates a lot of power through your wrist, which follows through to your fingertips. Then there's the tricep as well. As you're straightening that arm, that tricep, the power there, that explosive power, that's also where you generate a lot of power from. And then there's obviously your shoulder rotation. So if I'm playing in this direction and I'm passing across my body, you can see my shoulder rotation there. Catch the ball from here. As I turn to pass, fingertips kick in, wrist kicks in, forearm, tricep, and shoulder rotation. All of those working together, coordinated and technically executed well, will give us really, really good, accurate, strong passes. That's what we're aiming for. So I think that's pretty clear. I've gone over the basics of the pass. What I'll do in the next video is I'll show you a few hints on developing fingertip control, etc., and what sort of ages I would suggest we really start looking at introducing, training these mechanics of building up the pass.
Right, last week we spoke about kickoffs, the team receiving and the team that is kicking off, and the rules are around it. So let's say now the receiving team managed to catch that ball like Mr. Taddy is going to do. Straight away, the attacking team is going to go straight to him and he's going to tackle him and he goes down. The moment he is tackled and he goes down, and there is an approaching player from both sides, one coming from the attacking team and the other one from the defending team. As soon as these guys go over here, okay, I'm not going to be too close to Coach Taddy, so I say another player comes here, I'm the one player, and the other player who is coming there, we are now over this ball and we are fighting over this ball. This is what we call a ruck. That's when a ruck starts, when two players on their feet, they are fighting for the ball. That's how the ruck starts. Now there are a lot of rules that are around that. How do you understand? There are a lot of rules that are around it. When do you join the ruck? Okay, and where do you join the ruck from? There is a lot of penalties that happens on the ground there, right? So the other teammates that are coming have to be coming behind him. So I'll demonstrate again with Taddy here. He's down, right? So the other guys who are coming to join the ruck, right? They need to come not from the side. You're not allowed to come straight here, right? You have to come through the gates. You have to go around and go over the ball. Okay. The moment you come from the side and try to join the ruck from the side, you're going to be penalized. So let's make sure that when we are playing the game in a few weeks, when there is a ruck situation, make sure you see where to join and when the ruck is over. When the ball is out there and the scrummer picks the ball, anyone who is out at the back there picks out the ball and plays it. And the ref usually tells you that the ball is out and be able to play. So make sure let's follow the rules around a ruck situation. Next drill that we're going to be doing this afternoon. This one we nickname it Bulldog. It shows all your guards, shows all your muscles and those arms. I want to see those guns growing. You guys, you want to be like me, so those guns have to be up, right? So Taddy is going to show us the Bulldog position and all the movements that are involved. It's a lot of conditioning that you're talking about. Let's check. So check. So he is looking like a bulldog, and you check his front view. Let's see his side view. Right, he's showing us the side view, so it's more like an attacking stance. Looking forward, check the eyes are looking at the opponent. Okay, let's show the back view. Right, okay, check the position of the legs, the knees off the ground, he's on his toes. Okay, so he's now showing us a forward movement every time we are going into attack. Okay, right, so turn around, Taddy, now show us the bulldog movement. Okay, let's go. Right. Starting up there, ready, let's go. Go sideways, 4 times, right forward, and up and attack. Go stop. Let's have it again. You guys are going to do it 5 times, right? So the bulldog position starting in the middle, 3 steps on the right, 3 steps to the middle, and all the way to the end. Right forward, 1, 2, 3, and attack. Right, good stuff. So we're doing that, gentlemen, 5 times. And tell you what, after the 5 times, you will be a bulldog. Okay, so let's get going. Let's do it now. Right, gentlemen, the last drill of the afternoon that we're going to be doing. This one is in and out of the cones with the ball. It works a lot of our quads. We need our legs to be very strong. I know they worked a lot on the previous drill when we were doing the bulldog. Okay, so it's just a movement of more like foot movement that we're gonna be doing with the ball and just winding it off. Okay, so let's see the drill. Well, this drill, gentlemen, if you don't have cones at home, it's not a train smash. You can use anything, socks, heads, leaves, bricks, as long as you have anything that is not dangerous to use. Okay, so we can use anything. Then just put them in interval of about 45 centimeters apart. Then you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 or 7. If you can do 10, it's an advantage or a plus to you. All right. So this is our last drill, right? Spin it out, stepping it out. So we're imagining those cones are people, right? We're just imagining those cones are people. So don't knock down those people. Just leave them like that. Okay. Right. Round. So we're doing 5 of those. 5 one side and 5 the other side. Right, brilliant stuff. So even if you want to do 10, it's a progression. So if you see that 5 are not good enough and you're not sweating enough, then move up to 10. Right, but the minimum is 5 they are going forward and 5 going backwards. Right, then after that we are finishing off with our stretches. Right, gentlemen, I think you guys have enjoyed our session. We're just going to finish off with our warm down. So our warm down is going to be ground to overhead, going sideways once and coming back once. Okay, so it's 2 hands on the ball, ground overhead. Yes, 2 hands with a step. Okay, so remember, every time we are focusing on holding that ball tight and also firmly in 2 hands. Don't be excited that you hold that ball in 1 hand. Every time it's 2 hands. Every time it's 2 hands. Right, well done. So that's twice. Then we can just do our individual stretching. You guys know individual stretching. Make sure that you stretch your hands, you stretch your head. You can also stretch your legs and the like sideways, so that you make sure that you cool down quickly. All right, till we meet again in the next session. Have a good afternoon. Right, that was a very good warm down that we just finished, and this marks the end of our lesson today. and I'm very, very happy that you guys are getting some information that you can do at home. Right, but today what I have today is what I call a challenge. Right, so what I want you to do is I want you to take a video of the bulldog. Right, I want you to take a video of the bulldog and you send it to me. Right, you guys who are in my agriculture teams, make sure that you pop in me a message and just pop me your videos, and I will use those videos, or else just direct them straight to me with those videos, and we're going to do a challenge that will post it on the school blog, and Mr. Baba will be very happy to post those videos. So the challenge here to you guys, and till we meet again in the next session, have a good afternoon.